This conference will now be recorded.
Hello friends, welcome to the SAP deep dive session on warehouse process. Moving on to the agenda of this session, we'll be starting on with the introduction to stock categories in SAP Warehouse Management, then introduction to the stock status in warehouse management, then we'll be moving on with the what are the various warehouse management documents, that is the various documents that are created in SAP Warehouse Management System. Then we'll be going on to the good receipt process in SAP Warehouse Management System in a high level way. Then I'll be explaining you how the warehouse management system is interfaced with various other modules. Moving on to the various stock categories and stock status in SAP WM. Introduction to stock category. In order to work with any of the moments in IM as well as WM, it is very much mandatory to understand the stock category of the particular material. The material basically will be having various stock categories, and each stock category will be having its own specific characteristics, and only the particular characteristics of the material will be allowed for particular purposes. We'll be looking all the things in detail. Stock category basically is the status of stock located in the warehouse. There are basically four status of the stocks. One is available stock, that is nothing but the unrestricted stock. Then the inspection stock, blocked stock returns. So when we deal about the goods movement in IM as well as WM, we need to take care about the stock category. Each stock category has its own characteristics, and the material will perform the characteristics as per the stock category of that particular material in that particular instance in the SAP system. So it is very much important to understand what are the various stock categories available for a material in a SAP system. Moving on to the available stock category. Available stock category is nothing but the unrestricted stocks. So unrestricted stocks are the stocks that are that can be used freely in the warehouse system at any particular location. That means this type of stock, that means unrestricted stock, can be used for picking, put away, and internal stock placement without having any restriction. Now we will see what are the various characteristics of this stock category. It is valuated stock category. That means this stock, unrestricted stock, is counted. So that means that if the stock is lying on a particular storage location, or it is lying on a particular bin, this particular item, the quantity will be counted and it will be recorded in IM as well as in WM system. So it will be very much important to understand that how much unrestricted stocks are available in a particular bin or a particular warehouse or in a particular IM location for understanding the various future use in the warehouses. There won't be no usage restriction. This means that this type of stock categorized material is available for any movements. There won't be any restrictions. If any material is present in the unrestricted category, that means that this material will be freely to pick up, it can be freely to put away, it is freely to move within the storage bins, storage types across the bins also. Then all the possible stock movements can be carried out with such a stock. So here we understand that if the material is in unrestricted, there won't be any restricted for the any movements. So it is better that all the movements should be done via using the unrestricted materials. Now moving on to the inspection stock. Inspection stock are the stocks in quality inspection. So quality inspection is the area where we check for the quality of the material. Here also the main characteristics include valuated. So quality inspected stocks are valuated. This means that there will be counting on the material in the inspection lot. There can be two scenarios for the inspection. So first scenario, it can be inbound process. Inbound process means when you are good receiving the material from the external vendor. After the good receipt comes to your good receipt area, this material will move to the quality inspection to check whether this material is having the sufficient quality as per your standard. If the material does not have that much of standard, this material will be sent back to the vendor. Then there could be instance by which material, the semi-finished material or the finished material will be produced in your manufacturing company itself. So whenever the manufacturing of the semi-finished or the finished goods products happens, this product will be put onto the quality inspection to check whether it meets the specific criteria for the quality. If it not, it will not come to the unrestricted category. It will be moved out as per some bare minimum conditions. When we see the outbound process also, there could be the same instance. The instance can be your company will be considered as a external vendor for the other companies. So the goods produced from your company also will be done under the quality inspection, and the quality department will try and check whether your material, that means your finished goods or semi-finished goods, achieve the quality requirements that are specified from your vendor, from your client companies. If it is there, it will be sent out to the client companies or it will not be sent out to the client companies. Then the next characteristic includes not counted as unrestricted use stock. That means that this stock cannot be used directly as unrestricted. So if you want to use the quality inspector stock, you need to do the transfer posting process. In the transfer posting process, we convert the quality inspection to the unrestricted. So in the inbound process, after the good receipt of the material, it will be in the quality inspection. Once the material is passed in the quality inspection from the quality department, it will be converted back from the quality to unrestricted and it will be put on to the particular bin so that it will be useful for the your material for the further usage. This material is indicated by Q in the quality inspection. moving on to the next stock category as blocked stock. Blocked stock is the stock that is restricted for the usage. That means any usage, this particular stock is restricted. This restriction can be due to various reasons, like there can be damage on the material, or this material may not have the standards to as per the specification due to a number of reasons. As a result of that, this material will be marked as blocked category. So that means this material should not be used. So if you want to use this material, you need to convert, or you need to do the modification as per your standards, then convert it into unrestricted and use. The main characteristics as it is valuated. This stock category is also counted. That means that SAP keeps the track and trace of all the items belongs to the blocked status as well. So SAP at any point of time will understand how many items are present in the block category, block stock, with what reasons, whether it is damaged or it is not meeting the quality inspection or quality standard, etc. So full track and trace of the material, if it is in WM level also, is tracked by using is tracked for the blocked item. It is not counted as unrestricted use stock. That is similar to the inspection stock. So we cannot use the blocked stock for any of the usage. This stock is designated with yes in WM system. So whenever you see the stock category as yes, that means it is blocked. So till now we have seen three type of stocks. One is unrestricted, second is quality, third is blocked stock. Fourth one is blocked stock returns. So these are the goods returned back by the customers. So as I told earlier, there could be instance where your company will be like a vendor company to the other companies, and you will be sending out the materials to the customers, and there can be instances where the material will be returned back by the customers. So these are the blocked stock returns. There could be n number of criteria by which it can be happening. Maybe the quality of the material may not be good, so that it cannot be used by the receiving company. What are the various characteristics of the block stock returns? Is that it is not valuated. That means these quantities are not counted, not count as unrestricted use stock, so that we can't use the material as unrestricted. We cannot use it. It will be under the blocked stock return category. The stock is designated with R in WM. So basically there are four type of stocks. One is unrestricted, where we can freely use the material for any purpose. Second one is quality inspection. So in this, the material will be under the quality inspection, and if you want to use it, we need to convert the material from the quality inspection to the unrestricted, then we can use the material. Then it will be blocked. That means the material will be blocked due to some damage or not meeting the quality criteria, so that we can't use it. Next is blocked blocked stock returns. Next, moving on to the what are the various WM documents. First document is the transfer requirement. Transfer requirement is defined as a request to transfer material at a particular time from a source bin to a destination storage bin in a warehouse complex. So This is basically a request to move the material from the source bin to the destination. As per the business criteria, it is not actually mandatory to create transfer requirement while you are working with WM, but it is good to have transfer requirement while working with the SAP system. There could be instances where you will proceed without the transfer requirement and create the various other documents in SAP WM system. It is a business that decide whether you want to have the transfer requirement in your system. The importance of transfer requirement. It provides information on goods movement that are posted in inventory management to the warehouse management system. It initiates the goods movement in WM system. It initiates material replacement for production storage bins in the production supply area using the production planning component. So basically, it is the initial document that is basically created in the warehouse management system so that it initiates various warehouse management activities. There are two ways in which we create the transfer requirement. Transfer requirement can be created automatically or it can be created manually. So in this session, I'll be explaining in the high level, and in the SAP sessions, hands-on session, I'll be showing you how we are using and creating the transfer requirement. So automatic manual creation of transfer requirement means we'll be using the manual transaction code for the creation of transfer requirement. The manual transaction code could be LB01 for the creation of transfer requirement, LB02 for the modification of transfer requirement, LB03 for the display of transfer requirement. And various ways are there to create the transfer requirement as per the various business scenarios, and we have the various transaction code for the manual display or creation of the transfer requirement and automatic creation of the transfer requirement. In certain business scenarios, the business will explain you that you don't need to create any manual TRs, that is transfer requirement. System will automatically create the transfer requirement in the background. This is possible in the SPRO configuration. So in this session, I will just tell the path, and in SAP hands-on session, we will be seeing the various configurations for the automatic transfer requirement creation. The path for the automatic transfer requirement is in the SPRO, logistic execution, warehouse management, interfaces, the table that link between the warehouse moment type with the reference moment type. There you have an indicator for the immediate transfer requirement creation. So if you select that particular indicator, each system will by default after creation of the IM posting, transfer requirement will be generated. For example, I'll be explaining once again the path for the immediate transfer requirement that is present in the SPRO configuration, logistics execution, warehouse management, then interfaces. In the interfaces, there is a table that link between the WM moment type with the reference moment type. In that, there is a checkbox. It's not the checkbox, it's a selection that we need to do for the immediate creation for the transfer requirement. Moving on to the next document, transfer order. So transfer order is basically an instruction to move material from the source storage bin to a destination storage bin in warehouse complex at a specified time. So it is basically the instruction for the movement of material from the source bin to the destination storage bin in a warehouse complex. So basically, in the warehouse, we'll be creating the strategies and the configuration for the automatic determination of the bins and everything. And while upon the creation of transfer order, sorry for the delay. So while upon the creation of transfer order, the system determines all the bins in the warehouse that are affected by the goods movement. That's a source storage bin, destination storage bin, etc. So in the WM configuration and strategies, we will be specifying initially which is the source bin and the destination bin and everything. So while creation of this transfer order, system will check the configuration and strategies to determine the source bin and the destination bin. In the SAP hands-on, I'll be explaining everything in the system where we are maintaining the strategies. In order for a quick reference, I will just specify the path for the strategies that is available in the SPRO, Logistics Execution, Warehouse Management strategies. In the strategies, you have the strategies for the storage type search determination strategy, storage session search determination strategy, and the bin type search determination strategy. So the system will initially check for the storage type search determination strategy and will understand the storage type for the picking or the put away process. Once the storage type is determined by using the storage type search determination strategy, system will go and identify the storage session search determination strategy. In that search section determination strategy, system will identify from which session of the storage type system has to pick the material or put away the material. Once the session is also determined, then system will go and check what is the bin structure and the strategy defined for that particular storage type. The bin strategy can be different types, and we'll be seeing all these strategies in the subsequent slides. So moving on to the transfer order. Transfer order creation is not mandatory in the SAP system, but it is good to start with the transfer order creation. Sometimes it is possible to proceed without creation of the transfer order. So it is basically the business that determines whether the transfer order need to be created or it can proceed without the transfer order as well. So transfer order itself can be created in three ways. First is manual creation of transfer order, then automatic creation of transfer order, then immediate creation of transfer orders. Sorry for the delay. In the manual creation of transfer order, how it works is that we have manual T code for the creation of transfer orders. For example, we have the T code like LT01 for the creation of transfer order for a material. Then for the change LT1A for the modification of transfer order. So after creation, we can modify the transfer order. Then we can display the transfer order using the transaction code LT21. Then we can confirm the transfer order using the transaction code LT12. Confirm the transfer order means we need to, the warehouse operator, after doing any particular movement, he need to specify in the system that transfer order is confirmed so that the movement is done. Once the transfer order is confirmed, it is impossible for cancel the transfer order. So instead of canceling the transfer order, confirm transfer order, you need to create a new transfer order and confirm back. For example, if you create a transfer order to move the material from A to B and warehouse operator has done the movement and confirmed in the system that he has moved the material from A to B, that means at the confirmation stage the material is in B, then it is not possible in the system to cancel the transfer order. So for doing this purpose, if you want to reverse the process, you need to create another transfer order from B to A. So the material will be moved from B to A by the warehouse operator. Then if we confirm it, the material will be brought back to A. Then is the immediate transfer order creation. For the immediate transfer order creation, in this business scenario, business will be in a position to determine the transfer order should be created by default immediately after the previous document is generated. For example, once the transfer requirement is created, transfer order should be created by default. The main configuration for the transfer order to be created is the bin should be available as per the strategies. If the bins and all the strategies are in place, system will automatically create the transfer order after the previous document is posted. Then is the third type is the automatic TO creation. So in the automatic TO creation, we will be specifying a background job for the creation of transfer orders. So in the transaction code SC38, the background program name is RLAUTA10. RLAUTA10 is executed. That is a system program that is executed so that system will be manually creating the transfer order. The main condition for the creation of transfer order is that there should be available bins as per the criteria. If everything is there in place, system will manually automatically create the transfer order. So in a nutshell, transfer order can be created three ways. One is manually by using the transaction codes. Second one is immediate. In immediate, system will try to create the transfer order after the previous posting in the warehouse management is completed. That configuration is present in the SPRO, logistic execution, warehouse management, uh, in the table that interfaces and in the table that link between the warehouse management and the reference moment depth, there is a selection box where we need to define the immediate TO creation. Third one is the automatic TO creation. In the automatic TO creation, when we run the program RLAUTA10, system will check and define how many TOs can be created, and system will create the TO. And please note that system will create the TOs without having any errors if the bins are available by the system. Moving on to the next uh, document, posting change notice. Posting change notice can be defined as a posting change refers to the change in information about a particular material. That means it simply refers to the transfer posting of the material. That is, As I told about the stock category, if you want to move the stock category of a material from one stock to another, that means one stock category to another. That means if you are moving the material from the unrestricted to the quality, or quality to the blocked, or blocked to the unrestricted, this all change can be done via using posting change notice. For most posting changes, the goods themselves remain in the same location and no physical stock transfer take place. So it means that the stock will be the same, but the category that changes, because we can change only the material which are present in the unrestricted. The material that is there in the quality or blocked cannot be used. So in order to use those material, once it uh, satisfy the quality and everything, it will be moved. That means the physically it will not be moved, but in system wise it the category will be changed from the quality or the blocked to the unrestricted, so that material will be used for any put away, stock removal, or internal transfer of material within the warehouse process. So moving on to the good receipt process in SAP Warehouse Management System. This picture basically shows the actual good receipt process in the warehouse management system. So in the good receipt cycle, initially you will be creating the purchase order. The purchase order will be created in SAP system via using the transaction code ME21N. In that, you will be specifying the material, how much quantity of material you need, the delivery date of the material, and your plant and storage location, and the vendor plant. Then you will be specifying all the necessary details and create the purchase order. There could be instances where you need the notification from the vendor. If the vendor notification is needed, you need to specify the same in the confirmation tab. In the confirmation, you need to specify that you need to have the shipping notification, or you can skip it if you are not specifying the confirmation. If you are not specifying the confirmation, then it is understood by the system that you are not expecting, that means the receiving plant is not expecting any confirmation from the vendor, but it will be you're directly doing the good receipt process. In the good receipt process, we perform the good receipt in IM via using the transaction code MIGO or MIGO. So if you are doing the good receipt with respect to purchase order, the transaction code is MIGO with the movement type 101. 101 means good receipt with respect to purchase order. If the plant and storage location is linked to the warehouse, then whenever we are doing the IM posting, then we are mandatory to do the same posting in WM. Why is that? System will understand there is a IM posting. So in order to make the item quantity same in the IM as well as in WM, it is mandatory to have the IM posting followed with the WM posting. There could be instances by which we'll be starting with the WM posting, then system will propose for the IM posting as well. So whenever we are doing the any posting in IM or WM, the reverse posting also should be done in IM or WM. That means if IM posting is done, we need to mandate to do the WM. If WM posting, if we are doing it, we need to do the IM posting as well. So in the physical process, the good receipt happens via using the truck, and the goods are stored in the good receiving area that is shown as the GR area. This is nothing but the interim area for good receipt. So interim area basically link the IM as well as with the WM. So once the material reaches the good receipt area, there ends the IM process. Then if the plant and storage location is linked to the WM, the TO need to be created. TO can be created by default or by the system, or we need to manually create the TO via TR, the using the transaction LT04. So whenever we are creating the TO, system will by default understand where is the destination bin and will specify to the warehouse operator where you need to put away this particular material. So the warehouse operator no need to have any thought of mind, just need to pick the transfer order, just scan the material and understand the source bin, so that he need to pick the material from the source, then the destination to where he need to put away the material, and he need to go and place the material in the destination. So this is the entire high level view of the good receipt process, and in the SAP hands-on session we'll be seeing in detail how we are dealing with this process. So good receipt process in the physical. When goods are arrived, they are usually transferred first to the good receipt area. Good receipt area is nothing but the interim storage type, which is used to link the IM as well as WM storage locations. Good receipt process is done within the system. Then in the IM side, a material document is created to represent the movement of goods into the warehouse. An accounting document is created to represent the change the value of goods in the warehouse. So whenever we are doing any IM posting, there will be subsequent FI posting also happens. In WM, a count is created in the good receipt area to represent the existence of goods now in the warehouse. So I have already explained in the previous session, count is nothing but the quantity of material in a particular bin. So in warehouse, all the material will be represented by the count numbers, and whenever this count will be generated with respect to the movement types. So whenever there is any posting happens, the material will be available in a particular bin and it will be represented by the count. So after the IM posting happens, a count is generated in the good receipt area. Then transfer requirement is created, since the goods must later be transferred by means of a transfer order to a storage area within the warehouse process. So, so transfer requirement is created which initiate the goods receipt process in WM. Process of good placement in the WM. So in the IM, we'll be doing the good receipt where using the transaction code MIGO with the moment type 101. That is a good receipt with respect to purchase order. So the good receipt happens and the material is available in the good receipt area, that is nothing but the interim area. So it is present in the bin in the interim area, and the count is generated as it is a WM managed bin. Once the material is present in the count of the good receipt area, a transfer order is created, so that material will be picked from the good receipt area to place into the actual storage bin. So once the operator picks the material as per the transfer order, the system will by default will specify where is the destination storage type, destination storage session, and the bin where the material need to keep, and warehouse operator simply go and keep the material in the particular destination bin and will confirm it. So while confirming the uh, transfer order, it means that he is actually confirming this much of quantities are present in this particular destination storage bin. So In that particular process, if he find any difference of the material, he can confirm that, okay, I didn't find this much of material. For example, purchase order is created for 100 drugs, and but when he is doing the transfer order confirmation, he got only 75 materials. So there could be an instances where he missed to take the remaining 25 items, or 25 items may not be good received by the uh, receiving plant, and there could be n number of reasons, like there could be theft or counting mistake or anything like that. So that time, this warehouse operator can specify that he has put away the only 75 amount of material, and he can specify the remaining 25 as difference, and he need to specify what is the category for the difference. That means whether it is a theft or counting mistakes or anything like that. When we are doing the SAP hands-on, I'll explain how we are dealing with the differences. Stock placement process. Process of stock placement. First thing is that the good receipt is ended in the inventory management system. Then once the good receipt is ended, GR is done in the IM level. A material document is created in the IM level. Then IM is linked to the FI. Then the accounting document is created in IM. Then, since the plant and storage location is linked to the WM, a count is created in the GR area in the WM, and after that a transfer requirement will be created, which will initiate the process for the movement to the final destination. Next, the transfer order is created based on the transfer requirement. So once the transfer order is created, system will understand where is the destination storage type, destination storage session, and the destination storage bin, and the transfer order creation happens. The goods become available upon confirmation of the transfer order. Also, any difference noted at put away are ended at this time. So as I explained earlier, if there is any differences or discrepancies of the number of quantities in the put away process, he can specify the differences when the warehouse operator doing the confirmation of transfer order. Differences, if any, are moved to the storage type for differences, and when cleared in IM, a material document is created and accounting document is created. There are opportunities for automation at various points throughout the process. So differences, it means that the purchase order might be created for 100 quantities, but the vendor might have sent only 90 quantities. The 10 quantities less only will be there. But the good receipt guys will not be checking the materials, but because as the good receipt happens for the purchase order, he will be directly specifying the receiving plan will be directly specifying that they have received the 100 quantity of material, then the IM posting happens. But in the WM level, the actual counting happens, and they understand, the warehouse operator understand it is only the 90 materials and the 10 materials are missing. So after understanding that 10 materials are missing, he can notify back. How the information will be notified back is, he can specify the difference in WM, and the information will be back posted back to the IM level, and it will be sent back to the customer that there are 10 quantity of material different. These are the steps for stock placement. When the goods are delivered, the good receipt is ended in the inventory management system. On the basis of good receipt posting, a transfer comment and a count in the GR area is created. So after the good receipt process, the TR will be created automatically or manually by the system, and the material will be available in the count of the good receipt area, that is nothing but the interim storage type area. After the transfer requirement is created, we'll be creating the transfer order in order to determine the destination bin. The transaction for the creation of transfer order with respect to transfer requirement is LT04. Once the transfer order document is created, material is directly placed onto the destination bin. And if there is any differences in the while putting away the material, the warehouse operator can specify the differences while confirming the transfer order. So after the once if there is any differences, this difference quantity will be automatically posted back to the IM, and it will be informed back to the vendor as differences quantity. WM interface with other module. So as I explained earlier, WM is not a standalone module. WM is linked with various other modules. The major interface of WM is with the IM manager, that is the level. Then it is interfaced with the sales and distribution. Then it is interfaced with the remote data processing modules. Then IM is then the WM is linked with the quality management module. It is also linked with the production planning module. How it is linked with the IM interface is that, as I explained in the inbound process, your inbound process, procurement process can be of two types, whether it can be internal procurement or external procurement. Internal procurement means you are procuring your material from your own manufacturing plant. That means your company will be producing a semi-finished item or a finished item for your plant, and this material will be kept onto the warehouse management system. There could be the instances where the external procurement happens. That means you will be creating the purchase order for the external procurement of activities or the external procurement of materials, and good receipt happens. That means you will be getting the material from the external vendor, and you will be placing that material onto the warehouse system. So the warehouse module, WM module, is linked to the MM module. There could be instances where the WM is linked to the sales and distribution module. How is that? In your goods issue process, the goods issue can be of two types, internally as well as externally. That means that you will be providing the raw materials to your internal company for the manufacturing of the finished or final product. That means you have your own manufacturing companies, and the material will be picked from your own warehouses. That is the internal SD link. How the SD distribution happens to the external one. That means your company will be a vendor to other plant, and as per the purchase order created by the other plants, you will be having a sales order cycle. As per the sales order cycle of your company, you will be creating the material, that means the final product, and you will be sending out to the final company for its purposes. So this is the way in which WM is linked to the SD module. Remote sensing data means there will be interfaces with the RFID devices for all the operation. Mainly in the warehouse management module, we don't do anything manually with the SAP system. There will be RFID devices which is used for the scanning of the material from the source bin, destination, and various process like put away confirmation and picking confirmation and movement of material within the warehouse. This all process will be done by using the RFIDs. So once the warehouse operator confirms or doing anything, any process in the RFID devices, these devices will be linked onto the WM module. Then the quality management system. Quality management system is as when in the inbound as well as in the outbound process. Whenever we are dealing with the inbound process after doing the good receipt, before material comes to your warehouse management system, there will be a quality management module which will check whether your material is received material is having the standard to do to satisfy your own company activities. So that is how the WM is linked with the quality management. In the outbound process also, from material will be picked from the WM, it will be moved on to the quality management module to check the quality aspect of the material in the WM, and once it is having the quality aspect, it will be moving on to the production planning department or to the external company. This is the way in which WM and IM is interface. Most activities that take place in WM are initiated in the IM level. For example, the good receipt process, the goods issue process, and the posting chains are initiated in the IM and subsequently processed in WM. So when we tell about the WM IM interface cycle, the purchase order will be created with the transaction code ME21N. Then the good receipt happens, that is via using the MIGO transaction. So TR document will be, so as after the good receipt posting, the IM posting ends over there. After that, the TR posting TR creation happens. It can be created by manually or automatically. Then from the TR, the TO will be created using the transaction LB LT04. Once the TO is created, the TO confirmation happens and the material will be put to the final destination. Then WMSD interfaces. The process of meeting the requirements of deliveries are done at the warehouse level. So STPO will be created. So stock transfer order, purchase order will be created. Then the outbound delivery in SD. So we are picking the material and we are pushing the material to the external customer. Then TO will be created, and as per the TO, the picking will be performed. Then TO confirmation is done so that the WM posting will be confirmed. Then we do the post goods issue. So over this cycle, the WM posting happens first, then it goes with the IM posting. So WM is interface with the QM. As I explained earlier, it allows warehouse administrator to track and manage inspection loads that are stored in the warehouses. WMPP interface assist in providing material to supply area in production. So the cycle would be the production order will be created. The production order, there will be release in the production order. The material, so after the production order releases, there will be a TR creation so that material will be provided for the production. Then from the TO will be created, so the material will be pulled from the warehouse operation and the confirmation will be there. Then the production order confirmation, that means the good receipt confirmation will be there. So in this process also, the WM movement happens first, then the IM movement happens. Thank you so much.